What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to do some code cleanup. It's kind of my fault because I realized I don't want to sell you guys short on how we need to do this, build out this API. So we're going to change this all over to promises and .thens and everything else, awaits and syncs and what the. So this is going to be a pretty, I don't know, short video, I hope. I was going to tack this on to the JavaScript one, but I changed my mind, so we're going to make this a separate video. So without further ado, let's jump into it, because what we all wrote in the last video is going to be thrown away to the wayside. And yeah, so I did try something new also up here at the top of the screen. You can see I zoomed in with a magnifying glass, so let me know down below if you like that instead of me zooming way in. You can kind of see more of the screen and see where my mouse is. But yeah, let me know. Alright, so the cool thing is we're going to keep all these save items and delete items, but we do need to add back our get items here because, yeah, we're going to clean that up down below as well. So let's go ahead and open that. Delete one is going to be gone. Save, we're not going to, or save is going to be gone, but we're not going to touch the create schema. So let's start with delete here, because we're going to return a promise from said delete. So let's go ahead and do that. So we need a const delete because we're going to make an async function call inside of this function, and we're going to have another function, and it's like Russian nesting dolls. So function there, and then we need an item, and then we're going to pass down the ID through that, and then we're going to have a try catch block. So let's go ahead and open our catch and try and add our error in here, because that's what we're going to expect to get back if we do hit that stage, which I hope we don't. So then this is where we're going to use our await sync functionality. So let's go return await, and then we can say item.delete here, because it's going to return a promise. I should say delete one. And open up what we need to pass through. Don't know why I just rewrote it. So we need an ID, and then an ID, and that should be all that is to the return await. So we can go ahead and console log our error that we get if we get one, and we can return error. I will admit that I have no idea what is going to happen with this return because I was unable to reproduce it. So if you can do that, good for you. I'm happy for you. Let me know down below. But yep, so we're done with del here with the async function. So we can go ahead and say return del. So what we'll do down below here in the /delete, we'll say delete item, which will return to response. And since it is a promise, response dot then takes a function, it's going to return a value to this function, and then we open up these brackets, and then we say res.send the value. And that's going to be an okay or a failure. Before we test it, I should say we probably should fix this because we're not going to be returning a status anymore, so that's going to fail. So we say, since delete item is now, we're going to return a promise, which is going to be stored in response. So then we can go response.then, takes in a function, and it passes in a value. So we can say that, and then we can say res.send value. Comment this out before we go ahead and test. So let's go ahead and test it. Get our server up and going. Running. There it is. N, okay. So N would be no, which is false. Okay, 1 is true. Deleted count 0, because actually this doesn't exist. So while I'm down here with delete, I'll go ahead and delete this comment. And then I'm going to take add, which we're going to do the same thing. It's no longer going to take that. And then we can say response dot then function, the value, and then res.send the value. I'll talk to add here in a second, but let me go ahead and write this in get. So since item is kind of global, just a create schema, we can just go ahead and simply say let response equal get items, and then I'll just pass in the item for shits and giggles. So where are we at? So then with the response, we'll say response dot then the function with the value, and then open up curly braces. Need a parenthesis there, and then we can say res dot send our value, which is going to hold all our values. So right, so let response get items response then dot send. So as for add, this promise will return the item that was inserted. So you can do some checking on here, as in like, do we have a valid ID, blah blah blah, before we send back, because otherwise it's probably just going to send back an empty object. Now we have add done and get done. Let's go ahead and copy this and paste it inside of there so we have it. So as for find, pretty straightforward, just like the other, just like delete const. We'll say find is for sure, or we'll find async function that will just take an item. I should say get items will pass in that item. So async function item, and then we just say try catch. With an error, and then we return our console log dot error, and then in the catch block we do the same thing. Oh wait, and then we can take this find, and it's actually going to be empty because we don't need this function now anymore. So you don't have to pass anything to it. Oh wait, item find, return. We can get rid of this, and then now we can just go ahead and return find and pass in that item. So get should now be complete. So let's test it and see what we got. Oh, nice. Probably help if we add a return statement here. So return it. All right, now let's see. So index node.js and get and run it, and there we have it. There are our entries for our get endpoint. Alright, so all we have left is save item, which we can just do some copy pasta here and just save our item, which takes nothing. So just item.save. So we can say save. We can say dot save. Save. It'll be good to go. Don't want to be too certain on that. So add response dot then value. All right, let's go and see what we got. So add endpoint with the name equal to a test can be the same. And there it is. So that's what I was talking about when adding it would just return the item itself back. There is no okay or not okay. So you can check, although not sure what will return on this ID if this was not valid. But there you have it. We got an object back saying that we added it, which is a success in my book. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now your API is a little bit cleaner, a lot more better to look at. So in the next video, we're going to finally touch on JavaScript. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button if you found this helpful, and the subscribe button if you want to catch the next video that we do, because it should be entertaining. At least I hope. So thank you for tuning in. Hope to catch you guys next time. See ya.